Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking about a stock that had a lot of buzz today. It's around 6.72, but it did jump all the way to 15 today. And we're going to discuss a little bit of what's happening with the stock, a bit into the due diligence, and almost all the information that we can find at the time being. So first off, I'm going to be reading here just a quick basic understanding of what happened for CFVI based on retail kind of information and that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to dive into the SEC filings and uncover a bit more details that are actually put into stone in there. So if you want to skip towards the SEC filings and you don't like people reading or bringing in stuff from articles, go ahead and skip towards the SEC filings. I don't hold any grudges for that. But anyway, CFVI or CF Acquisition Corp number 6 stock. So with this one here, there's a bunch of things that are talked about, but first off, the CF acquisition recently announced that it'll be taking a video platform company called Rumble public through a specific purpose acquisition SPAC deal. And on Friday, the CF acquisition CEO Howard Lutnick told Bloomberg in an interview that Rumble has a partnership media that was overseen by the former President Trump. Basically, it says with a media company overseen, not previously, but currently by the former President Donald Trump being taken public. So Rumble saw its monthly active users from 1.6 to 30 million in 1 year period of time. It's a neutral network. I love when a network says we're neutral. Usually that's not the case. Keep that in mind. These guys have decided they're going to be neutral down the middle, said Lutnick about Rumble. Lutnick acknowledged that the part of Rumble's growth came from Donald Trump fans who are looking for right-leaning content, but diversified since then. The media company that is being overseen by Trump Media and Technology Group that is going public is called Truth Social Media or Truth Social, and it's being taken public through a SPAC called Digital World Acquisition. The Trump Media Group and DWAC SPAC are using Rumble for distribution, explained Lutnick in the interview. I can confirm that they have an arrangement together. So basically, the idea here is Trump's media isn't really a standalone. So basically, the Truth Social uses Rumble, similar to how some different social medias uses YouTube or some streaming services. So Rumble here, this is the website you're able to see, and I'll go over this one in a second. But in the SEC filings, we're able to confirm that Rumble is actually part of it. So this is the SEC filing. It talks about tremendous growth from 1.6 million average monthly users to 36 million average monthly active users in the third quarter of 2021. So year over year, that was a lot. 44 million monthly active users in August 2021 alone. And viewers' engagements grew 44 times more from quarter 2 2020 to third quarter of 2021 to 8 billion minutes per watch or watch per month. Transactions is expected to provide approximately $400 million in proceeds to Rumble, including fully committed PIPE of $100 million at $10 per share, $300 million cash held in a trust account for CFVI. The transaction value for Rumble at the enterprise value is around $2.1 billion, and Rumble founder and CEO to retain voting control for facilitating execution of Rumble's neutral mission on behalf of all stakeholders. So basically, the CFO and the founder is saying, hey, even though we kind of gained a lot of traction from Trump supporters looking for right-wing media kind of thing, we are going to be somewhere on neutral. And because of doing that, I'm going to retain the majority of all the voting controls and as well shares, just to make sure you're all neutral, not just for me to be rich. Anyway, yeah, we believe him. And the next thing here is that they're talking about a closing date. It's expected to be in the second quarter of 2022. The company combined will be called Rumble Incorporations and expected to be listed on NASDAQ. Shares will trade under CFVI until the closing of the transaction. Rumble was built on the belief that all creators should have the opportunity to freely express themselves and reach their followers without censorship or restrictions. And Chris Pavlovsky, the founder of CEO of Rumble, said Rumble is designed to be the rails of independent infrastructure that is immune to cancel culture. Now, just as I covered this video, I'm really feeling that YouTube might not like me covering this stock, so that might not really be monetized for this video. But anyway, we're a movement that does not stifle, censor, or punish creativity and believe everyone's benefit from access to a neutral network with diverse ideas and opinions. We're on a mission to restore the internet to its roots by making it free and open once again. The transaction we announced today provides Rumble with the additional capital necessary to continue to scale our business and carry out our mission. So the CEO talks about Rumble is the most exciting social media and video distribution platform in the market today, with 36 million average monthly users for the third quarter of 2021 and 44 million in August alone. That does talk about the transaction details as we already highlighted above, so we're just going to skip into this. I don't think it actually mentions anything about the former president, but it's actually right onto here. Okay, and they do have a nice presentation here that I'm going to quickly cover. So for December 2021, this is the presentation. They do talk a little bit about their SPAC record itself and the transaction size that we already talked about. And Rumble presenters here at this time, they were talking about the CFO and the CEO. So you're able to see these guys here. And it looks like the mission really started back in around 2011 or so. Now, a neutral video platform and cloud started by Chris Bavolsky. And basically, you're able to see some of the things that we did talk about, such as 36 million monthly active users. I'm pretty sure they're going to mention again 44 million in just their August month. So the opportunity has found Rumble. So you're able to see in third quarter 2020, you had Dang Bongino and Devin Nunes. Elections, you see a spike here, and then today you're able to see some adoptions from top creators, including former President Donald Trump, Russell Brand, Glenn Greenwald, Dr. Drew, and George Masvidal. Now, in their future, they think they might get some other people. Honestly, they're showing you that Rumble is trying to do basically neutral and low partnerships. So I'm not exactly sure what neutral exactly means. Do they mean equally content for left wing and right wing? It's a little bit hard to be neutral when the entire country is divided. That's an interesting thing, and I'm not sure exactly how you remain neutral without censorship. It's kind of going a little bit off. Do you censor both extreme right wing and extreme left wing to remain neutral? What is neutral? Is neutral for instance, someone like Donald Trump? Content is different than someone like Bernie Sanders. So Bernie Sanders might see neutral as something, for instance, that is more free healthcare, and something as Donald Trump Jr. might see neutral as other things. I'm not going to really dive into that, but really neutral is very subjective. So you got to be very careful if you're investing into this one. So Rumble growth to date is similar to TikTok. They're able to show you here, and you're able to see as well some of the information that is around here in terms of TikTok, and they're trying to show their growth, that kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure how similar TikTok is to this one. I mean, it's different. Just going on their own platform, we're able to see just before going on. So this one here is executions on securing top talent. So they put politics under Trump, and you're able to see, I mean, if you're starting bringing in a little bit of politics, I'm not sure if that's neutral. But anyway, this is Rumble. And you're able to see some of their editor picks. So Fox News already right on top. They're selling drugs illegally. You're able to see here with, apparently it's supposed to be a comedian, but I'm not exactly sure with it. This is a comedic video. I haven't really watched her use their platform. Ex-staffer says she's a bully. So right away, you're able to see that, in fact, it doesn't really look neutral. I mean, going into this one here, you're able to see, okay, Trump kind of laughing, saying Fredo fired, Kamala Harris is basically being said that they're a bully. I honestly start feeling this is a bit of Fox News kind of feel. But anyway, it's really up to you to kind of see whether this is neutral or not. But obviously there is a cycle related to SPACs, so you got to be very careful. As it's being announced, it's getting grip. It's probably going to continue jumping. Volatility will be high, probably tops around 20 to 40. That's the range. And then after in the second quarter 2022, it will mainly get a little bit of attention, but then drop back to around $7 to $10. That's what I've seen with SPACs, so you might get something very similar. What do you think is going to happen here? Exclamation down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.